In Miami, strong Latin roots are almost everywhere you look, in the art, the architecture, and their delicious culinary scene. And nowhere is all that more prominent than in the neighborhood of Little Havana. And today, I'm meeting up with Della from Miami Culinary Tours to get a lay of the land.
What we do at Miami Culinary Tours, we actually introduce people to different restaurants in 2.5 hours, and also we cover the cultures. Think about, 1960s. Castro comes to power, then most Cubans move to the area.
So where are some of the spots we're going to hit today?
Today, I'm going to take you to one of my favorite stops, the El Pop restaurant. This place is where Cubans go for Cuban food.
Okay, well, let's get started.
All right, let's go.
I love that here in Little Havana, everything is so close in walking distance.
That's why they call it Little.
And what better way to start our tour than with a little pick-me-up, Cuban style that is.
We're gonna try traditional café Cubano, and Betty, she's the godmother of Cuban coffee.
Godmother.
Okay? You're not gonna get any better than her.
And her specialty starts with Bustelo, the best-selling Cuban coffee grinds. So how strong is this coffee?
Rocket fuel.
Let's try this.
Salud.
Salud. It's not too overpowering, it's just right. It's very sweet, but very strong. One little cup like this is equal to a big cup of coffee. And now that I'm awake, I'm ready to eat, and Grace has got me covered.
These are called picadillo tostones. It's grounded beef, and then they cook it in sofrito sauce. Very light tomato, red bell pepper sauce. With a lot of cumin, always cumin.
Oh my God, it's addicting, I want more.
It's a very simple and wholesome cuisine. That's the way that I describe Cuban.
This is so delicious, but it's making me a little thirsty.
I have the perfect place.
We head to Los Piñereños Fruteria, a family-owned market that's been importing and exporting fruit and making some of the freshest juices in all of Miami, Florida for generations. 40 years to be precise.
We're gonna try today
Ra,
po.
Guarapo.
Exactly. This is the juice of the sugar cane. Cubans drink that like water.
But if you want the sweet nectar, you've got to put in the work. This is it?
Yeah, it's pure sugar cane. But this is what I use to mix and make my blends. So you just push it in through here.
Oh, and that's it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Where the juice comes out?
But you will run it twice.
Okay. Now where does this come from? Florida?
It comes from, West Palm Beach.
West Palm Beach.
Yeah, but this is actually what I call it. A Red Bull without 359 grams of caffeine in it. So we'll throw a little lime in it.
This is so good. It's like natural soda. That was delicious, and I'm loving the tour so far. So where are we going next?
Well, you're in Little Havana, you have to visit a cigar factory. So that's where I'm taking you.
Okay, let's go.
¿Cómo estás?
Hola.
They're so romantic, my Cubans, you see? So you really get that sense of, there's a community happening.
Yeah, it seems like everybody knows everyone on a name basis. For our final stop, the Cuba Tobacco Cigar Company. While cigars from Cuba are still illegal in the States, you can't get much more authentic than this family-run business that's been rolling them for over 100 years. Now this is the cigar spot.
They're talking about 5 generations. They started in the late 1800s in Cuba. They came to the United States. They've been at this store in Little Havana for 18 years.
18 years. Equipped with their own in-house Cuban master cigar roller and shelves packed with every stogie under the Miami sun. So this is the world's smallest cigar, and this is the world's largest. If you can't find it here, then you can't find it anywhere. I think my dad would kill me if I went home without a cigar, being here in Little Havana. But there's so much. How do I choose?
So you start with something like this, a light cigar. You can tell it's light because it's a lighter color than this.
Okay, so then the next step up from this one.
As you develop your palate, you move up with something longer and darker.
Do they actually inhale it?
You never inhale the smoke.
Oh.
You savor it in your mouth.
That's good to know. I'm not a big cigar person, but gotta try one. Thank you. All right, Dad, this one's for you, but this one is for me. Today has been insightful, colorful, and delicious. But if there's one thing to take away from today's tour, it's that when you're visiting Little Havana, do as the locals do.